Hi, next is Bohr's postulate. So in this one, there are three postulates. The first one is electron revolves in a circular orbit around the nucleus. So as you can see from the diagram, this is your nucleus. Okay, the charge of the nucleus will be Z into E, where Z is the atomic number of nuclei, and electron E minus, that is the charge. It's revolving around the nucleus with the velocity V. Okay. So the necessary centripetal force is provided by the electrical force of attraction. So centripetal force mv square by r is provided by electrical force, and electrical force is k q1. So charge of this one is Ze into q2. Q2, the charge of electron is E divided by r square. So that is your relation. So from here, if you will cancel r, you will be able to find the velocity or radius. Okay. Then the second postulate is when electron revolves in stationary orbits, they do not radiate energy. Means when electron is revolving around the nuclei, okay, they are not releasing or radiating any energy. Third postulate is quantization of angular momentum. Means when electron revolves around nucleus in a stationary orbit, its angular momentum is quantized and it is given as mvr is equals to nh by 2 pi. So angular momentum, you know, the formula is product of mass velocity into distance. So angular momentum at the nuclei of electron will be mvr, which will be equal to n into h by 2 pi. Okay, h is Planck's constant and n is the nth orbit. Let's say if electron is orbiting in third orbit, okay, then you will substitute the value of n as 3. Okay, these are the Bohr's postulate. Then all these postulates are valid for single electron system only. Means hydrogen. Okay, any other atom which has only single electron. Okay, so let's say if we assume helium plus, helium should have two electrons, no, but if it is helium plus, then there will be only one electron. Then lithium 2 plus, all these will have single electrons. So Bohr's postulates are valid for only single electron system. Okay, so next are the few formulas. Angular momentum, which has been denoted by ln, so it is nh by 2 pi. Rn is the radius of nth orbit, so r naught n square by z. So let's say if electron is orbiting in third orbit or second, let's say electron is orbiting in second orbit, so in place of n you will substitute 2, and r naught value is 0.53 angstrom. Okay, so when you will substitute r naught value as 0.53 angstrom and do the calculation, radius of nth orbit will come in angstrom. Similarly, for velocity, the formula will be v naught z by n, and v naught value is 2.18 into 10 raised to power 6. En is energy of nth orbit, so E naught z square by n square, where z is atomic number. Okay, and n is the nth orbit. Now these are the relation between kinetic and total energy and potential energy. So you just need to remember this formula, that kinetic energy, let's say you already know the total energy value. Let's say for hydrogen in first orbit, it is minus 13.6 electron volt. Okay, then its kinetic energy will be negative of total energy. So that will be 13.6 electron volt. If you want to find potential energy, then potential energy will be twice of total energy. That is the first formula. So it will be 2 into minus 13.6 electron volts. So that will be minus 27.2 electron volt. Okay. So these are the important formulas which we'll be using in solving the numericals. Next is excitation energy. So it is the energy to excite the electron from one energy level to another energy level. So let's say these are the orbits. If you want to excite the electron from n is equals to first orbit to n is equals to second orbit, you will have to supply certain amount of energy. So that will be excitation energy. Okay, excitation energy for making the electron to go from first to second orbit. Same you can calculate for first to third orbit and so on. So let's say energy of electron in the first orbit is E1, second orbit it is E2. So in for this case, excitation energy will be difference between these two energies. And ionization energy is the energy required to completely remove an electron from the atom. Okay. Now we know that when at n is equals to infinity, like infinity orbit, energy will become zero. Okay, let's say for hydrogen we are talking about. So energy in the first orbit is minus 13.6 electron volt. So ionization energy will be difference between the energy levels. So 0 minus 13.6 electron volt. So it will come as 13.6 electron volt. Okay, so ionization energy will be 13.6 electron volt. This is the amount of energy you have to supply, so it will come as positive. Okay,